The mystery of the Mary Celeste. The Mary Celeste is one of the most famous ships in the history of the seas, and was an American sailing ship that was built in 1861 under the name Amazon. In 1869, her name was changed to Mary Celeste after her ownership was transferred. In 1872, the Mary Celeste was discovered sailing without a crew in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. The ship was in excellent condition, and the cargo on board was intact and untouched. However, there was no trace of the 10-man crew, and the lifeboat was never found. Ship details. Size and specifications. The Mary Celeste was a medium-sized sailing ship, about 31 meters long and 7.6 meters wide, and weighed about 282 tons. Cargo. The ship was carrying a cargo of about 1,700 barrels of industrial alcohol, and was bound for Genoa, Italy. This large quantity of alcohol has raised some speculation about whether the cargo played a role in the crew's disappearance. Crew and passengers. The ship was commanded by Captain Benjamin Briggs, a professional sailor from New England. Also on board were his wife, Sarah, and their young daughter, Sophia. In addition to the captain and his family, there were 7 crew members, all of whom were experienced seamen. The most prominent of the crew were Albert Richardson, the first officer, and Andrew Gilling, the second officer. Mysterious events. On November 7th, 1872, the Mary Celeste left New York Harbor for Genoa, Italy. About a month later, on December 5th, 1872, the ship was found abandoned in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, south of the Azores, by the crew of the British ship Dei Grazia. More mysterious information. Cargo undisturbed. The cargo was intact, except for 9 barrels of alcohol that were empty, which led to speculation that the alcohol leak may have prompted the crew to flee for fear of a possible explosion. Lifeboat. It was not on board, suggesting that the crew had abandoned the ship in a hurry, but no trace of the crew or the lifeboat was found. Navigation and instruments. The ship was still under control and there was no major damage, and the chronometer and navigation paper were missing, suggesting that the crew had attempted a temporary escape. The circumstances surrounding the ship were very strange. No signs of fighting or resistance. There was no evidence of a struggle, and there was no damage on board. Good weather. There were no signs that the ship had been in a storm. Good condition of the ship. The ship was seaworthy, with an adequate supply of food and water. These details add to the mystery surrounding the story, which the mystery of the Mary Celeste makes it one of the most famous maritime mysteries that remains unsolved to this day. Theories about what happened include a pirate attack, but this possibility is unlikely because the cargo was not stolen. A crew mutiny, but there is no evidence to support this possibility. A mysterious natural phenomenon, such as a huge wave or explosive methane gas that may have caused the crew to flee on the lifeboat. Alien abduction. A science fiction explanation that has been popular in some circles but is of course not supported by any evidence. To this day, the Mary Celeste case remains one of the most famous maritime mysteries that remain unsolved, leaving behind many unanswered questions. Many films and TV series have been produced that deal with the story of the Mary Celeste or are inspired by events, as it is one of the most famous maritime mysteries in history. Here are some notable works. The Mystery of the Mary Celeste, 1935. This is a British film produced by Hammer Films, and is considered one of the first works to deal with the story directly. The film tells the story of the disappearance of the crew, with an added element of excitement and suspense. The Phantom Ship, 1935. This is the same film known in the United States as The Mystery of the Mary Celeste. The film tells the true story with some dramatic modifications, and stars Bela Lugosi, known for his roles in classic horror films. The Riddle of the Mary Celeste, TV documentary, 2007. This documentary explores the mysterious events surrounding the ship and explores the various hypotheses about what may have happened to the crew. Doctor Who, The Chase, 1965. In this popular series of Doctor Who episodes, there is a reference to the ship Mary Celeste, where the ship appears as part of an adventure in space, adding a fictional touch to the story. Haunting of the Mary Celeste, 2020. This film mixes horror and mystery and focuses on a group of researchers who investigate the story and encounter terrifying events related to the ship. In addition to these films, the story of Mary Celeste has been addressed in many documentaries, books, and novels, where the mysterious story is exploited to create an atmosphere of suspense and horror. The story continues to captivate creators and viewers alike as it has yet to be fully resolved, leaving the door open to many interpretations and explanations.